one of the things that I get to do as a state representative is events like this where we can share financial resources, which I actually call it reinvesting our tax dollars right back in our community for vital services. And legal services is a major need for working families, small businesses in our community. I hear from constituents quite often who call our office seeking support because they don't know how to navigate challenges as it pertains to things such as housing or other financial struggles that require legal supports, and they don't have the financial means to hire someone to help them navigate our often complex public institutions. And so I'm really delighted to be here with all of these great partners that provide legal services. It is a part of public safety as well, and so bringing these great partners together with, I would say, an important first step from my office in terms of financial investment is really important, and I'm delighted that they were able to be here today. So I've secured more than $90,000 in funding for these organizations here in Senate District 52. These are organizations that not only provide legal services, but they also provide hope and give people insight into navigating really complex situations that folks find themselves in unknowingly at times. And so in that same vein of providing financial support to support these organizations who are providing free services to community members, I want that to be clear. It's really important that in that vein of justice and fairness that we support these organizations in what I call the good work that they do. And so I'm going to bring up, and again, this is in no particular order of importance because everyone is important, the Legal Aid Society of Mid-New York. I've been able to allocate $30,000 to support their legal services here in our Binghamton office. This will significantly bolster the legal services that they provide. So I will bring up Paul Lupia, who is the Executive Director of Legal Aid Society of Mid-New York Incorporated. Thank you so much. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. The Legal Aid Society of Mid-New York serves 13 counties in central New York, ranging from in the north, St. Lawrence County on the Canadian border, and in the south to here in Broome County. The types of cases that we normally do are cases such as housing cases, evictions and foreclosures, domestic violence, financial stability cases where we represent individuals who have been denied Social Security disability benefits, and we also have special programs for helping seniors get advanced directives. Our clients are some of the most vulnerable individuals in our society. They're individuals with disabilities, they're victims of domestic violence, they're people who have low income. And we've, over the last year alone in 2023, we helped more than 3,100 people in Broome County alone with these services. There's a ripple effect to the work we do. Our colleagues, all my colleagues here can tell you that the New York State Permanent Commission on Access to Justice determined that for every dollar spent on legal services, $10 is saved in the community. So that $90,000 you were able to secure for all of us, Senator, is going to result in almost $1 million, $900,000 in this community. We thank you for your leadership and your support, not only for these funds, but also for our other services that we receive from the state, like the eviction defense services, the foreclosure prevention services known as HOP, services through OTADA to represent individuals who've been denied Social Security benefits. And so you've been a strong supporter of us in many different ways. And we thank you for your leadership and support and for being a partner with us for our mission of trying to achieve access to justice. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very kind. I appreciate you. Yes, this is a celebratory thing. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Paul, and most certainly I appreciate the great work that you all do. And like I said, this is, things that people don't realize that unless you're in the situation, what is available to you. And continuing in that same vein, I am also delighted to bring up Hussein Adams, Executive Director of the American Civic Association. This organization provides a lot of services to community members, and so the funds I was able to secure for them is $25,000, which will enhance their work for providing community safety and expand the provision of legal services that they provide for their folks that they support. Hussein, come say a few words? Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Much thanks to Senator Webb for this $25,000 grant that has been awarded to the American Civic Association from the staff and the board members at the American Civic. We're very grateful and appreciative to receive this award. Last year, fiscal year 23, we brought in 30 families in our refugee program. This year, we're looking to almost double that with 50 families. Our refugee social service program has brought employment to hundreds of clients inside and outside of Broome County, and we're very grateful that we're able to use this grant to continue to provide in legal services for those parolees and those admitted into the United States. Thank you very much.
Again, I'll be remiss in this moment. The American Civic Association, they provide a lot of support for folks who are trying to gain citizenship, and the challenges that in bringing their loved ones who are already here, bringing them united together as families. And so, again, language barriers being a major challenge, this organization, they do so much. So again, I really appreciate the great work that you all do. Next, I have from Legal Services of Western New York, Keith McCafferty, did I say your name properly?
Yes,
so
you
make
did.
sure, who's the managing attorney of the Ithaca office for legal assistance of Western New York. I'm glad I was able to secure $17,500 in funding for their Ithaca office. This will support a range of legal services, including addressing issues such as housing, public benefits, domestic violence, and consumer protection. Keith, come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Senator.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. Legal Assistance of Western New York is also known as Law New York. We cover a 14-county region across central Western New York, including Tompkins County through our Ithaca office where I'm located. We have a staff of about 20 folks in Ithaca, provide a wide range of civil legal services to folks, low-income households in the community. Law New York is incredibly grateful for Senator Webb's support. We try to help people preserve and maintain the essentials of life, source of income, stable housing, food, family support, education, and health care. In 2022, the Legal Services Corporation conducted a study measuring the justice gap in the United States. That's the gap between the need for civil legal assistance among low-income Americans and the resources available to meet those needs. The study revealed that 92% of the civil legal problems of low-income Americans did not receive any or enough legal help. In addition, nearly 3/4, 74% of low-income households experienced at least one civil legal problem in 2021. Law New York's working hard to address some of this unmet need, and the funding that Senator Webb is delivering today is critical to our efforts. We've seen an explosion in terms of housing costs in the Tompkins County area through the pandemic and continuing now, putting more and more stress on folks in the community who are working full-time, holding down a job, trying to maintain transportation and get to work. And this funding is just critical to help those folks try to navigate these legal systems and keep their housing and other essentials in place. So thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Okay, next I'm going to bring up Willa Payne, Managing Attorney of Legal Services of Central New York. Their Cortland office will receive a boost with $15,000 to support legal services, ensuring continued assistance for those in need. Willa, please come forward. Thank you.
Good morning. As the managing attorney at Legal Services of Central New York, in particular our Cortland office, I am here with a heart full of gratitude to Senator Webb for this remarkable gesture, $15,000 in support. This funding illustrates that Senator Webb shares our belief that just access to justice should not be only available to those of financial means. Our nonprofit law firm provides free civil legal services in 13 counties in Central New York. In particular, we have an office located at 1 North Main Street in Cortland, and we will be moving to the first floor to a newly more accessible and visible office space this month. We provide community education and outreach to inform individuals about their rights, and then we provide legal representation to enforce those rights. Our cases involve securing and maintaining the essentials of life, similar to our partners here today. Things like housing, public benefits, income, and healthcare. We're really excited about a newly effective law that's going to allow us to bring affirmative conditions cases on behalf of tenants whose homes are not being maintained in the manner that they should be. And we look forward to utilizing this funding to maintain our services and physical presence in Cortland County. Senator Webb, your belief in our mission resonates deeply within our organization, and on behalf of the whole organization at Legal Services, we thank you.
And last but certainly not least, I'm going to bring up Andrew, I always say his name, Pragus, with Justice and Unity for the Southern Tier. This organization provides support for individuals who are also navigating our criminal justice system, and they do a lot of great work to reduce recidivism in our community. And so I'm glad that I was able to secure $7,000 to support the good work that they're doing in providing legal advice and resources to families in our community. So Andrew.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Senator Webb, for securing this grant for us, which will keep us trucking for some time in the future. For almost 10 years, Justice and Unity for the Southern Tier has been dedicated to fighting mass incarceration against the plague in our community by supporting any and all incarcerated people and their families. We provide informational resources, in particular on the myriad changes to New York State law around parole, bail reform, and voting, and offer community support for incarcerated people and their family, especially through our jail visiting program. We ensure incarcerated people also have access to a wide range of reading material through our Books Over Walls program. The core of our mission is to ensure that people incarcerated know that they're not forgotten, and to ensure that when they get out, as almost everyone does, that they can better integrate back into our community and don't face all the many problems that come with that, of course they do. And of course our mission is extremely urgent. For many years, the Broome County Jail has had the highest incarceration rate in the state of New York. And our county continues to arrest, convict, and incarcerate Black people at rates that are far higher than other groups in our community and far higher than other upstate communities. Our mission seeks to create systemic transparency and accountability in a system that often doesn't have enough, with the goal of building a more socially just Broome County. We thank Senator Webb for supporting Just Mission and ensuring we can continue this critical work. Thank you.
So, as I close, again, I really want to thank all of you for the great work that you do. Oftentimes, people think when we talk about public safety that it's a very linear thing, and in fact, it's very comprehensive. Making sure that people have access to quality housing, can access their benefits, not just housing, but Social Security. Many things that are often grappled by our legal system, and people don't have the financial means to be able to navigate, really create significant burdens on the quality of life for everyone, but especially working families. And so, as I've said from the beginning, I will continue to work to ensure that working families have a better quality of life and that their income doesn't determine what that looks like. And so having great partners like this that really are doing the good work, especially as pertains to providing legal services, it's really important. I'm really glad that I was able to secure these funds, and I look forward to continuing to support the great work that they do, whether it's through financial grants such as this, and also through more equitable policies, because they are definitely making a real difference in real people's lives every single day. Thank you all so much for being here.